This is a devlog of a network multiplayer game idea I had that's heavily influenced by Spiral Knights. I really liked the free-to-play game when I played it long ago, but I always had ideas for more gameplay elements it could use, and after a group of friends stopped playing together, I thought it would be fun to make a new game for us to play. So that's how this project started. I don't have a title for this side project, so it's named Project Fire for now. The design for the game is inspired by many other games I've played before. Diablo for the equipment and gem slots, Guild Wars where you had to choose your skills, Monster Hunter for how they did the player hub system, and general MMOs for the raid boss fights. I've combined different aspects of these games into my personal mix, and will be slowly implementing them in my project. These videos will document my progress along the way, as well as occasional videos that show some concepts that I've worked with while making the game. Hopefully, some of the information will be useful for other game developers working on their own projects. I'm using Unity to build this game as I've worked with it the most and know it the best. I'm using Photon for the networking, as it allows me to make a hub system similar to Monster Hunter World. For art assets, I'm currently using Magic of Voxel to make the player characters, and Blender for animation and more general modeling. For music, whenever I get to that part, I'll be using LMMS, an open source and free digital audio workstation. It's not as fully featured as other commercial products, but it works well for what I'm doing. After a month of working on this on and off, here's my current progress. People can join the game, and it has bare basic attacks, UI system, and one slime cube enemy type to fight against. Most of the work is in the framework, so I have a lot of code in place for future content, and they can be easily added later on. Right now, it looks really plain since I don't have much of the visual content done yet, but it'll look much better as I finish the backend framework. Just to say, making a network game is a pain to work with, and it makes everything take a lot longer compared to a single player game. The player character is using a sample character in Magic of Voxel and animated in Blender. I'm using it as a placeholder until I can get everything else working. The slime enemy is original, and quickly modeled and animated in Blender. I really like the spawning animation, though I want to do something different for the death animation. The player has a basic 3 combo attack, with the last attack doing more damage. For defense, the player has an energy shield that will slowly drain and recharge for blocking damage. When a player dies, another player can go over and revive them by giving up half their health. These concepts are basically straight from Spiral Knights. Everything else will be different though, as I have plans for different weapons, armor, skills, and crafting. A nice thing I added is a loot table for the monsters so they can drop items when killed. The editor window is a custom editor that shows a table and a customized list where I can drop prefab items into a slot and specify how often and how much will drop. This test level allows me to easily test the loot numbers and make sure things are spawning correctly, as well as easily add more enemies to the menu when I start adding additional types. For the next month, I'll be working on the skills system and adding UI for showing the skills. Having a full-time job along with other projects I'm working on will make progress a little slow, but I'll be updating as much as I can. Thanks for watching.